Hello everyone, RJ is back again. Today I have one more story, The Hunger. When the experiment was announced, the world laughed. Scientists claimed that they have discovered something impossible. Every human being had another invisible body, not a soul, not a ghost, a second brain. It was born on the same day you were. It learned every skill you learned. It felt every pain you felt. But it had one terrifying difference. It could eat only one thing, meaningful effort. Every hour spent learning, it ate. Every hour spent building, it ate. Every hour spent practicing, it ate. Every hour spent keeping a promise, it ate. When you worked, it grew stronger, no one cared. Until the first autopsy, doctor found no second body, but something stranger. Millions of people were physically alive, yet scan revealed that the part of the brain responsible for long-term purpose had become almost silent. One old neurologist said, "We have misunderstood death. There are two. The heart dies once, the builder dies slowly. People ignore him. Year passed. Streaming platform become better. Short video become endless. Entertainment become perfect. The invisible body began starving. No one noticed because starvation is silent. One evening, a young programmer named Arav came home. He had planned to study for 1 hour. Instead, he clicked a video, then another. 3 hour disappeared. At midnight, he heard breathing, not his own, from under the bed. He looked down. Someone was lying there. A man, thin beyond imagination, bone pressing against skin, eyes too weak to stay open. The man whispered, "Food." Arav stumbled backward. "Who are you?" The man answered, "I have been with you since the first breath." Arav's voice shook. "What happened to you? You stopped feeding me." "I don't understand." The man smiled faintly. "You think every hour disappears? It doesn't. It goes somewhere. When you choose creation, I eat. I ate. When you choose endless consumption, I wait." Arav opened his laptop. "I will study now." The starving man closed his eyes. One meal cannot repair year of famine. Days become week become months. Arav worked, read, practiced, failed, started again. Every night, the man looked a little healthier. His shoulder broadened, his eyes brightened, his voice deepened. 1 year later, the man stood taller than Arav. "Who are you?" Arav asked again. The man smiled. "I have always been your creator. I have always been your creator. You called me your future. You called me your potential. You called me your dream. But I am none of those. I am simply the part of you that can build." Then he looked directly into Arav's eyes. "There is something you still don't understand." "What?" "When I start, you don't notice first. Your ambition notices, then your courage, then your curiosity, then your patience, and by the time you finally notice, you mistake the feeling for laziness." He walked to the door. Before leaving, he spoke one final sentence. "People believe entertainment steals time. It doesn't. It steals appetite. And once a builder loses the appetite to build, he can spend the rest of his life surrounded by tools and never lift one." Years later, Arav became known for the system he built. People asked him, "What changed your life?" He never mentioned the starving man. He simply looked at every screen before turning it on and asked one question: "Will this feed the builder or the consumer?" Because he had learned the truth no one else could see. The most dangerous addiction is not the one that wastes your evening, it is the one that quietly teaches your mind to feel full without ever having created anything. I think this is closer to what you are wanting, not guilt, but a change in perception. The focus is not watching is bad. The focus is that passive consumption can gradually reduce the appetite for difficult, meaningful work. If it becomes the default way of spending time, the idea is psychologically grounded and can linger with a reader without claiming that every moment of entertainment is inherently harmful. So with this I am ending words. Thank you.